Born too early, fighting alone, Yu Long nowhere near the ICU. The cold glow of the neonatal ICU lights reflects in Yang Mie's tired eyes as she presses her palm against the glass incubator. Inside, her baby, barely the size of a loaf of bread, lies tangled in tubes and wires, fighting for each breath. She was born 3 months too early. And Yu Long isn't here. He hasn't been here. Despite being the child's father, despite the promises, the moments, the silent vows made when no one was watching, Yu Long has been absent. A premature arrival no one was ready for. According to close sources, Yang Mie went into labor unexpectedly last week. The pregnancy, once hidden from the public and protected with careful secrecy, turned tragic when Mie collapsed at home, alone, and was rushed to the hospital by her assistant. She had just come back from a checkup earlier that day, said a friend, trembling through a phone call. The doctors said her stress levels were too high. She was overworking herself, and emotionally, she was a wreck because of how Yu Long started pulling away. Born at just 27 weeks, the tiny girl weighed less than 1 kilogram. Doctors immediately transferred her to the NICU. Her lungs were undeveloped. Breathing machines and medication became her world within minutes of birth. She wasn't even allowed to hold her baby after delivery, the friend added. They showed her a glimpse before rushing the baby away. A father's silence. What breaks the internet's heart the most isn't just the baby's fragile state, it's the eerie, painful silence from Yu Long. Fans and insiders alike are stunned by his total lack of presence. According to hospital staff, Yu Long has never once visited since the baby's birth. No flowers. No phone calls. Not even a text to Mie. She kept checking her phone in the hospital bed, one nurse revealed anonymously. She was swollen, barely conscious, whispering his name. But it never lit up. Not once. The public didn't even know they had a baby on the way. But the sudden premature birth forced the secret out. Now, young Mie is left cradling hope and heartbreak in her arms, all while fans demand answers. Young Mie breaks down on livestream. In a moment of unbearable vulnerability, young Mie appeared in a late-night livestream last night. Makeup-free, eyes swollen, she whispered through tears. She's fighting so hard. And he hasn't even asked if she's okay. I told him I was pregnant. He told me not to ruin his career. But this wasn't about careers. This was a life. Thousands watched in silence as she wiped her face with shaking hands. Fans flooded the comment section with love, outrage, and grief. We're with you, Mie. No man should abandon his child. Tell us the hospital. We'll donate. We'll pray. But even through all the love pouring in from strangers, Yu Long remained silent. The baby's condition, a fight against time. Doctors say the baby's condition remains critical. She is suffering from neonatal respiratory distress syndrome, common among premature infants, but hers is severe. Every hour is a test of endurance. She can't breathe on her own yet, the pediatrician said. We've stabilized her, but any small infection or drop in oxygen could be fatal. Young Mie reportedly hasn't left the hospital for days. She sleeps in a recliner, refuses full meals, and sits for hours whispering lullabies to her baby through the incubator walls. She talks to her every day, a nurse confirmed. She tells her she's not alone. That even if her father isn't there, her mother always will be. A storm is coming. Fans and media outlets have begun calling out Yu Long. Hashtags like #WhereIsYuLong and #StandByYourBaby are trending across Weibo and international fan forums. Insiders say Yu Long's team is in panic mode, trying to contain the PR crisis. But many feel it's too late. He had time to show up, one netizen posted. He had time to prove he was human. The scandal is taking a heavy toll on Yu Long's public image, but to young Mie, this isn't about fame or damage control. It's about a mother watching her baby fight to live while the man who helped create her vanishes into silence. The last words. In one final emotional moment on livestream, young Mie whispered, "If anything happens to her, I want the world to know I tried. I gave her everything I had, even if it was just me." And with that, she ended the video. No brand deal, no drama, no scripted show could match the rawness of that goodbye. Born too early. Fighting alone. And Yu Long. Still nowhere near the ICU. It's been 10 days since Yang Mie gave birth, 10 long, heavy days spent in the sterile corridors of the NICU, listening to machines beep and alarms go off at the slightest change in her baby's fragile condition. And still, the baby has no official name. She was supposed to be named by both parents, Yang Mie confessed in a hushed interview with a close friend. We had a list. Yu Long even said he liked the name Xiaoyun. But now he won't even respond to messages. So, for now, the nurses have nicknamed her Little Star because she twitches every time the night shift comes and the moonlight touches her incubator. She's strong, one nurse whispered. But she's tired. She needs love, and peace. And a name. Hospital bills, silence, and shame. What fans didn't know until now is that Yu Long hasn't contributed a single cent to the baby's hospital expenses. The entire bill, which is already in the millions, has been covered by Yang Mie and a few quiet donations from friends. Despite his massive wealth and public image of generosity, Yu Long hasn't even called the hospital. He doesn't even know the room number, Mie muttered during a private moment with a reporter. But the world thinks he's a hero. The shame is growing. Mie walks through the hospital with a mask and cap, dodging stares. Not from strangers, from staff. Everyone in the building knows she's here alone. Public pressure mounts. Fans have begun organizing vigils and donation drives for the baby, calling for transparency and demanding that Yu Long step forward and take responsibility. He's posting vacation photos while his child is on oxygen support, one post said. He promoted his drama yesterday and didn't even acknowledge the birth, another added. Coward. Disgrace. This isn't a scandal, it's abandonment, wrote a fan with a large following. Rumors are flying that Yu Long's management team has advised him to distance himself to protect his endorsements and brand image, but fans aren't buying it anymore. No brand is worth more than a life. A helpless child is fighting for her life. And her father won't even send a message. Mie's family steps in. Meanwhile, Yang Mie's elderly mother arrived from her hometown 3 days ago to support her daughter. She, too, was in tears seeing her granddaughter so fragile. She just sat and prayed, a hospital source said. She brought baby clothes and tiny socks, none of them fit. Even through pain, Yang Mie continues to hold her strength. On her latest post, she wrote, "To the mother reading this, even when the father walks away, your love can be enough." Fans flooded the comment section with over 3 million likes, calling her the strongest woman in the world. A message left unread. Late last night, Mie sent one final message to Yu Long. She's asking for you in her sleep. She turns toward my voice, but I know she wants to hear yours. If anything happens to her and you never come, I hope you never find peace. He didn't reply. It remains unread. Little Star's next 24 hours. Doctors have confirmed that the next 24 hours are critical. The baby's oxygen levels dropped twice overnight. She is being monitored for potential brain bleeding, a risk among extreme premature babies. The ICU has already denied 2 media outlets trying to sneak in. But one nurse admitted, if he showed up now, even quietly, it would mean everything. But he hasn't. And outside, fans light candles. Inside, Yang Mie sits by the incubator, reading softly from a children's storybook, her voice breaking, eyes hollow, heart full. Not of hope, but of something deeper, the quiet grief of a mother who gave everything.